Hello, and a very warm welcome to another interesting edition of Lifelines with Mima. Thank you for joining us today. I want to appreciate all of you out there that have been sending us prayers, encouraging messages. Of course, you know I'm here for you. You can find us on social media, and we do not take you for granted. I really appreciate all of the love that I'm getting from you. Today, however, is one of them difficult days. I'm going to be sharing with you another subject matter on rape. Of course, you know that when you rape one person, it has a ripple effect and it affects so many other people and so many lives to come. And so I want us to open our hearts now. It's a time to grab a jotter, grab a pen, prepare, because you're about to learn something new. You're about to empathize with somebody. And of course, you're about to fall in love over and over again. Don't touch that dial. I'll be right back. With me now, I have Madame Lovett and also her son, Stanley. Welcome, Stanley.
Thank you.
Welcome, Ma.
Thank you.
Thank you for honoring our invitation.
Thank you.
Okay. A few days ago, Stanley here came with a complaint that you, as his mother, has not had a very good relationship with him over the years. He cannot explain it, and he wants a solution, especially since his grandmother is no more. And so I want you to hear from him and see what he has to say.
Thank you. Mima?
Yeah.
I have a big problem.
I see.
My whole life, I only know two persons. My grandmother.
Okay.
And my mother here. My mother here gave birth to me. But ever since then, she has never shown any sign of love to me. My grandmother took care of me until this age. As a matter of fact, she trained me throughout my university.
Wow.
Until she died.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
No problem.
So sorry.
But the problem here is, right now I feel dejected.
I see.
I feel helpless. I feel hopeless. Because my mom here has refused to take up her responsibility as my mom. I mean, she keeps avoiding me. She even threatens to kill me anytime I try, coming to her place or trying to reach her. I am tired. It's no longer funny. Okay, fine. Since she doesn't want to show me love, let her at least tell me who my dad is, who my father is. Let me go and look for him. She doesn't want to, she doesn't just want to do anything with me. She just wants me out of her life. But she's my mom.
I'm so sorry. Calm down.
Please help me.
Calm down. Calm down.
Please.
Okay, madam. Is this true?
Kai. I know they like to remember this matter. But as he don't come report me here, you won't know who you be, Abi? I go tell you. I go tell you who you be. You know how they always tell you, no come near me. Because no how I go see this boy, this evil boy, when my mind no go back to waiting happen that time.
What happened? What really happened?
Maybe you won't hear your story. I go tell you your story. That your papa where you won't know, eh? Your papa na thief. Wow. Original thief. Now one day, that time I still this small. I did SS2. Now him papa and him gang people, then come my papa house. 4 people, giant people, rape me.
Wow. Wow.
No,
that
only
must
that
have
one,
been painful.
Hey, but no how say I go see this boy. Why I no go remember those things?
It's normal.
They do me anyhow. But you know, reach sometimes I can't say I get belly. Nothing we are no use for this life. Nothing. this evil pikin no gree come down. So come tell me, school I no go, husband I no get, people go dey laugh me if I dey go. So why you wan come near me now? Shebi you don grow, shebi you see person train you, my papa my mama train you now. You don grow now, so dey your own day now. If you no see work, go join your papa work, carry gun, dey rape up and down. So leave me, go, I no wan see you again. Live my life, go your own go.
Calm down. Calm down. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, now I can see why you are so pained and I can understand. I'm so sorry. Please take it easy. Take it easy.
Oh my God.
Stanley, are you okay?
Trying to. I see. Now I know why you hate me, Mommy. But I feel your pain. At least I can now go and face the world. Knowing that I'm a child of circumstance.
I'm so sorry. It must be difficult to hear that.
I want you to know that God loves me. God loves me. I'm a child of destiny. He loves me, and that was why He did not allow you to kill me while you were pregnant with me. Despite all the abortion pills you took, He still kept me.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's gonna be okay. So sorry.
You know what, Mom? I am going to go far away from you.
Don't come near me. Waka go. No come.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to go far away from you. But I'm not going to engage myself in any crime.
That's a wise decision.
I promise you one thing, Mom. Come rain, come shine. I'll still come back in the future to take care of you in your old age. My God.
Nobody kò dà, òun orí ò dà, kò kan yé mi. Ṣá kò ṣì sàn, kò ṣì dànù, má wá sọ́dọ̀ mi mọ́. Jẹ́ n wà láyé ara mi.
I'm so sorry. Take a minute. Take a minute. Okay. I think it's time for us to move to our situation room and hear what the people there have to say about this. I'll be right back. Issue of our abandoned son, a young man that has come in with his mother to tell us of how terrible his relationship has been with his mother, only to find out about the circumstances of his death. I'm really pained on his behalf, and even I feel bad for his mother. But with me now, I have my discussants, my team members, and I'd like them to lend their voice. Let's know what they also think about this kind of delicate matter. Let's start from you, Barrister. What do you think about this?
I actually think it's a tragic thing that just happened to the woman, because the circumstances it happened is understandable how she feels, because the thought of that will only bring dread to her mind, and I'm sure she did not undergo any sort of therapy to overcome the feelings and the hurts and the pain and everything that went along with it. Understand where she comes from. But the fact is, it takes two persons to give birth to a child. Of course, her egg was involved in which of them that was successful. So she needs to realize that a part of her actually made this child. Yeah. Like, she experienced it. She did not kill herself or anything because of how bad it was. She still understands that she's a person who has a life to live despite what has happened. So I feel like she should give that benefit of doubt to the son. A part of her is inside him. He has graduated. He's seemingly successful. Why not just try and be, even if not a mother, be a friend first to see how he is, then see how that advances to a mother and son relationship. That's what I really think about this thing.
I've been emotional. It's emotional because she is an innocent child of a boy. She came and come and suffer for what she didn't know what she even happened. So it's quite a hormone.
When you say she, are you talking about the mother or the son?
The son is my mother mouth. You see, in our parents is the center. The human beings are human beings. It's women that bring this discrepancy. But it's okay. And there was a boy. I quite sympathize and empathize with it because she is not easy. The trauma, this thing you people women do,
Stigmatized.
Thank you very much. It's women's words. So like I was saying, the stigmatization, she is very 100%. So I think they need to do more, the mother need to do more work. And we as a team, we need to do more work to really debrief the woman, telling her the brighter side of what had happened. The son, I think, for me, is a destined child. Because if you heard her story that she did everything humanly and manly possible to evacuate the fetus, but he couldn't even exaggerate. So, but at the end of the day, this life has come to stay. So I think the woman needs to have love. She needs to have love in her heart. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win for them. Let them forget on the past, because it's each time she see the boy, it's like they are scratching the old wound. So I think she should just focus on the brighter side and forget everything at the end of the day. Because as it is, she is not a love price. She cannot satisfy everybody. So it's an idiotic expression. So let her focus on the brighter side. At the end of the day, we'll do party and where I should be.
Okay.
Thank you. You know, Malama Jebo, I'm always on your case. But this time around, it seems I'm going to appreciate your quota for the first time. I'm going to appreciate your quota. At least you have done justice a little, at least for now, because I don't know which side you are going to be in other cases, as the case may be. But to me, I'm going to shift a bit of blame to that woman. This boy did not bring himself to this world. The blame that is going to be a little blame is not showing him love. I know you are a human. You are cross with yourself. You are angry with yourself that this happened to you. You have made a different kind of attempt to get rid of him when he was a child. But, I mean, when he was still a fetus inside of you. As difficult as it may be, when a woman conceives, it's supposed to be a thing of joy. But granted, everybody knew, or we all know how it came to be. But in the first place, as a woman, nurturing that in your tummy should bring up this kind of love you are going to develop when you have the one that is even legitimate. Whatever the case may be, you are not growing a goat inside of your stomach. And now he's all grown up. He's even a graduate. But you are still, there thinking he's supposed to have died. You can imagine, the boy now gets to know even the story of his life. It's very, very traumatizing. But I'm going to beg the both parties, the mother and the son, to find a common ground, to forgive each other first.
Yeah.
To forgive each other first. There are so many people looking for children. And this is the one you have had. He has come to stay. He has done well for himself. And by the grace of God, is going to continue to excel in all his ways. He is your child. Please, hold on tight to him. You are going to grow old one day. Do you have other children? Look at him. He's here. Now that he's regretting his life because of the story you have just told, it is not good enough. Please, I will beg you, please. You have what you are thinking that is making you to have this low spirit. And this boy, too, is having a low spirit, too. How can we lift them up? Yeah. That is what I would rather say we should deliberate on.
It's really a very sad situation. And the thing about the human mind, even in counseling and therapy, we recognize, and it's scientific, we know this, that people process and deal with grief in different ways. People handle pain differently.
Yes.
For her, she was never able to overcome it because in dealing with the trauma, she then has like a souvenir from that bad experience. So she has to live with it in her tummy. She has to give birth, you know, the pains of being in labor, everything that has to do with pregnancy for a child that you didn't want and you were raped to conceive. So her problem is that every time she sets eyes on him, she visualizes that horrible experience as it happens to her. So he's like a representation of her pain. And if something hurts you, if something demonstrates your pain or pricks your pain, the best thing or the most logical thing you would want to do is to stay away from that thing
to get rid of that thing.
As much as possible. And this is why over the years she's been this way. But you see, a big problem we suffer as Africans is that we blame our problems on spiritual causes all the time. There are people that have been trained to help you through such situations. If she had seen a therapist or done some counseling when this thing happened, or after the child was born, or at some point in her life, by now, probably, she and her son would have worked this out and be living well. But she didn't know that that even existed, and that wasn't even an option. We have very few therapists across the country, and we have a very low belief in counseling and therapy generally. We don't really attribute our problems, you know, we don't feel solutions can come from there. We'd rather go to church and pray or give our malam chicken to quickly do something for us. Because you know what? She never got married. She never had other children. She never actually lived her life. As bitter as she is, she's still stuck in one place.
Yes, and I'll see in support of that, the fact is the DNA of a criminal does not pass down to the kids. It's a characteristic thing. It's a personality thing. You can have even a father who is a judge, but the son will turn out to be a thief. So you can also see someone who the father is an armed robber and can become a judge or a doctor. So the child may actually become something and somebody real big in the society and the world. These child's genes are not dictated by if the person is an armed robber or not. And these are all the things she would have known if she had gone to therapy. So I actually do support actively that she should do that. It's not too late, because right now she's stagnant. She's not improving her life or her lifestyle because of the traumatic experience she had. So I think that would be a very good course of action to take.
What would you like to add to that?
For the second time, because I want to believe with barrister. This time they taught them well in the school. Because she hit the nail in the hammer. And the thing have injured me in my hammer. So I think I quite agree with what Lizzie too, because she wore her taken wig today. So I want to appreciate her. And for the woman in question, she should put herself in the boy's shoe. And if the table talk, how would she have reacted? I think that will suffice.
Thank you. How about you then, finally?
Well, I'm glad we have come to this conclusion, and I'm imploring the woman again that don't worry, you're not alone. We are going to make it work out for both of you, and you're going to be happy.
Thank you so much. There you have it. Let's go back to the client and see how we can conclude on this matter. There's more.
As a woman, the fault is not from the child, neither from the lady herself. But circumstances brought the child. So I think she should not take it against the child. She should forgive the child.
It's her child. It's the armed robber's child. It's an accident. She should live with the reality and forget about the trauma. It's not easy, but it's your child. It's your egg. It's his sperm. So you have to live with the reality. And it's not the fault of the child. Give the child his own livelihood and train him to be different from his father. That will give you satisfaction. But if you give him the hatred, you make him grow up and become like his father, and then you produce two of the same thing.
Okay, I'll say if she doesn't want to love that child, so many people are looking for children all over the world. Yes, and I would just advise her to take the child to a motherless baby's home. Someone who wants a child will come and adopt the child and give the child the love the child deserves.
Well, you're talking of being raped. where armed robbers raped her in an attack, not because of she wanted it. Even if there is no any someone that get a child in that unwanted pregnancy, I won't advise the person to agree about it. And as far as she have already born the child, I will accept the child as my son or as my daughter, because you can't tell her to throw the child that she born. That is her child.
Madame Lovett and her son Stanley with a very peculiar story. You know, rape is a horrible thing that has far-reaching consequences on so many people, even those that were not directly involved. Today we have such a perfect example of that kind of bitter situation. I'm really sorry, Ma, for all that you had to go through. I mean, for a young girl, lost you, were deflowered in the arms of those wicked people. I can only imagine the kind of trauma you must have dealt with and you still live with today. But the truth is this boy is innocent. You cannot punish one for a crime they did not commit. He did not ask to be born under these circumstances. It's not his fault. And you know what? The good in you supersedes whatever bad that his father or whoever it is did this to you has. Because you know what? Between you and your mom, you've raised a fine, responsible young man. Because he's a product of rape does not mean that he will become like his father or become useless to society. I know your heart is heavy, but you see, when you don't forgive, you don't find love. When you don't let go, you don't find love. This is maybe why you've not been able to get into a relationship, settle down and find joy for yourself and have more children. You have to let it go. You have to leave it behind. You have to forgive those that are not even asking you to forgive them, because that's what God has asked us to do. I want to beg you today, from the bottom of my heart, connecting with you as a woman like myself, I want to beg you to please let it go. Please forgive this young man. Let us have peace. Please. He needs you. He no longer has his grandmother. He needs you. And you do need him too. There's nothing that is too big for a mother to forgive for the sake of her child. I want to beg you. I will do psychotherapy with you, and I'll see the best I can do to help you both from this situation. There you have it. Healing has started. Reconciliation has begun. This is what we live for. I'll be right back. As you all have heard and even seen, the effects of rape are horrible. The statistics are mind-blowing. And you know what? Apart from the people that are raped directly, there are other people that are victims of that horrible, horrible thing. As you can see in the case of this young man, this has strained the relationship between him and his mother for so long. As much as possible, let us be careful and let us groom our children from when they're young against such things. The first thing I want to point out here, and you have heard from the statistics, you know, from our discussants, the alarming rate that this is happening to our men, to our women, to our children. I need to point out one fact, because most of the time the rapists say things like, oh, I thought she wanted it too. Oh, I thought she was giving me mixed signals. Oh, I didn't know how to ask. Or no, she was drunk and so she still said yes. So we must teach them what it means to actually get consent for sex and the full implications of not getting expressly a yes before you have intimacy with another person. We must also teach our children to know that no, N-O, no, is a full sentence of its own. And so that should never be taken for granted. You know how we do it, and I know that you have picked something new today and you will share this with someone that you love. Don't forget to follow us on social media for more information and for our events and activities. And of course, you can reach out to me if your heart is breaking, if you're having emotional and troubling issues that I may be of help with. From all of us here, and until we see you next time, don't forget that you don't need to go through life's issues alone. You know why? Mima cares.